everybody. Happy holidays. Welcome back to Over the Binary. My name is Casey Weitzman, and I'm the president and founder of Gender Wellness of Los Angeles. I've been working with the transgender and non-binary community for almost the last 35 years.
And my name is Grace O'Connor. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the Vice President of Gender Wellness of Los Angeles. I've been specializing working with the trans and non-binary population for the last 9 years. Casey and I are both very, very proud to be a part of a team of clinicians that make up LA's premier source for gender-affirming care.
Yeah, we are proud, and it's really been a great year for Gender Wellness of Los Angeles. Wouldn't you say, Grace?
I would. I think it's been amazing. We expanded our therapy team. We've networked with other gender-affirming care providers. We've hosted a multitude of events, all in addition to being featured in publications such as Parents.com, Rolling Stone Magazine, ABC, and Spectrum News. It's been a busy year, to say the least. It's also been a very difficult year for the trans community. We've seen a major rollback of political rights and social rights, specifically in the area of gender-affirming care, and it's been, quite frankly, pretty devastating. This is all to say that we hope to use this podcast combined with the work of our therapists to provide trans and gender diverse spaces for folks to be seen, heard, and empowered.
Yeah, we sure are. And if you're an ally, partner, or family member of a trans or gender diverse person, we're proud to provide therapy and resources to help you understand your loved ones better and to thrive as well.
So let's get started. Today, we want to introduce you all to a very, very special guest. This person is the face and voice of Gender Wellness of Los Angeles. She answers your phone calls, responds to your emails, books our events, coordinates all the behind-the-scenes stuff here at Gender Wellness. And without further ado, please allow me to welcome Samaria Stubbs, today's podcast.
Hello. Hey, Grace. Hey, Casey. I'm so happy to be here on the podcast with you two. My name is Samaria Stubbs, as Grace has said, and I'm the office manager for Gender Wellness and Casey's assistant.
Great. We're so happy to have you, Sam. I wanted you to be on our podcast for years now. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at GWLA?
Yeah, I like to think I do a little bit of everything, but I think my primary role with Gender Wellness is just taking in our clients, really getting one-on-one with them and seeing what their needs are, whether those needs are with us in our organization or elsewhere. But my primary role is really to get our potential clients to the next step in their journey.
And it's truly amazing what Sam does here at Gender Wellness of Los Angeles. We couldn't imagine anyone else doing what she does. She's amazing. She's such an amazing person and an amazing support and ally for the community. And she does it with so much compassion and patience as well.
Well, thank you, Grace.
Yeah. All right. So for those of you who may be thinking about taking that first step and calling us, I'd love for Sam to kind of walk through that experience when a person first either calls you or emails you through the website.
Yeah, so when I get that first intake communication, whether it's a phone call or email, the first thing I'm going to do is reach out, call you, make sure you're in a good place to have a conversation, as I recognize this would be extremely sensitive and private conversations for most of our clients. So after that happens, I get a one-on-one time with you on the phone or via email and get an idea of what your goals are for therapy. Primary client base is transgender and non-binary people, but there's a huge range of where people can fall within that spectrum. And so I get these phone calls and you have people who are like, I'm scared. I don't know where to start. And then you have people who are like, I'm 80 plus years old and I just want to tell someone this is what I've been living with. So I want to meet them where they are, get the information from them that we need, and provide the most appropriate therapist that we have available for them to get them started where they are. Oftentimes, we don't have space, or maybe they're not the right fit for so many different reasons, but there are other people who are doing the good work that we are doing, and I try to get them passed on to the next person as long as they can continue their journey.
Yeah. One thing I love about Gender Wellness for Los Angeles, Sam, is that we never really turn a call away. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like when someone calls and either A, we're not a good fit and we're not a good match, we can't meet their current needs, or maybe even someone calls from a state that we don't practice in?
Oh my goodness. We get a little bit of all of that. I think people call from all over the country. So when I have a call from someone that I can't do much for, I'll do the research there. We are grateful for Google. I can jump on Psychology Today. There's so many resources available right now to be able to find help for people where they are locally or just where they are internally, mentally, physically. Like you said, Grace, we don't turn anyone away. And whether the help is coming from us or someone like us, the help is there. And I'll do everything I can to make sure they get the help that they are looking for in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've also had, to continue to answer your question, sorry, people that call, and I had this really cool situation where a mom called and her trans daughter had just moved to West Hollywood and did not want therapy. I want to be very clear, she was not looking for therapy, but I essentially became her eyes and ears of what was going on in the transgender and non-binary world, in Los Angeles for her daughter. So she'd call like once a week for like a month and just like, hey, are there any events going on? Is there anything my daughter can go to? And that's not my main job, but I'm happy to do that as well because we're building a community.
That's why you're so good at what you do, Sam. I mean, your heart is fully in this work. I think it's what makes our team so special. Everyone here at GWLA is just so passionate about the trans and non-binary communities.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I really think you take the time and the effort to talk to people because usually we're the first time they've ever reached out to somebody. And you're that first person, and you're picking up the phone. They're not like having to leave a message or anything like that. They actually get you, which I think is really a special quality that we provide here. But with that, you also have a family, you also have a child, and I wonder what it was like for you to what it's like to raise a young person in the world today. Okay.
Yeah, my goal as a parent, amongst many goals, is always to remind my child that she's being raised in a very fluid and diverse world. And no matter what her immediate world may look like in her upbringing, there's still so much culture and diversity and gender fluidity and the importance of respecting and loving everyone regardless of what they look like, come across, say they are. That is the future, I believe. I think this generation that's up and coming are blurring lines and they're calling it what they want, whatever that may be, and they're really taking ownership of this world being theirs. And I think all parents right now should be in a position where they're encouraging their child to look at this world through a multicolored lens and to love it, because that is the future and that is, it's what's right.
Beautiful.
Is there any, Sam, have you noticed other parents and like are you surprised at the level of support or the lack of support that you're seeing with parents who have queer, trans, non-binary kids?
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend of mine that was like a gymnastics friend with my child, and she had a non-binary child that was 8 years old. And I thought it was amazing because this child stood in their truth. They did not budge, but they were very respectful and they understood what they were and they understood how to communicate that. And their mom was just golden. She didn't let anyone in to like break that, stop that. She was an ally. She supported, she made sure those pronouns were appropriate, gentle correction. She just did it the right way. On the other hand, I've seen people who reject it altogether. And I've heard Casey say this in stories before, and I've heard it myself. I wish my child was just gay instead of trans, or it's like, it doesn't work that way. One, those are two different things, but also it doesn't work that way, which is why I think it's so important, again, as a parent to be accepting and understanding. It doesn't mean be a yes man, right? It just means to say, I hear you, I love you, I see you. How can we take the next step together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We want to thank you so much for being here today, Sam. God, time flew by so quickly. You truly are like the heart and soul of gender wellness. We're endlessly grateful always for everything that we see you do and all the things that we don't see you do on a daily basis. And I know that our clients are just so grateful to have you as a voice as well of support.
I agree. They always are like, I talk to Sam, 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 Sam. So by the time they come to see one of us, they're already pretty comfortable because you've already explained sort of the whole process. So, we really appreciate that. And really, in ending today, what do we want to say? We could say it together, right?
On three.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
We are untraceable.
Is that okay?
Yes, we are. That's gonna have to be okay.